and we will dive into our next speaker, Kyung-Min Yu. Are you on here?
Yeah, I'm on here.
Okay,
great.
So your question is for or I guess I'll just start from the beginning. The challenging of developing cybersecurity capabilities is even more pressing in developing countries where there are very limited resources to adequately address the associated digital risks. Who are the international stakeholders a country can reach out to in order to receive economic, technical assistance, and professional support?
Okay, yeah, thanks for the question. It's a mouthful, right? So hi, I'm Kyung-Min Yin. I'm here representing the World Bank. So for those of you who don't know, the World Bank is a development organization tasked with ending global poverty. So we approach cybersecurity perhaps from a unique angle that is with a economic perspective. So I will first discuss the challenges in developing countries first, and then discuss how the World Bank and other international organizations can help. So the main challenge in developing countries, as we have discussed earlier, when it comes to cybersecurity, is competition for scarce resources. Cybersecurity has to compete with things like clean water, school, healthcare, jobs, and other significant priorities. So, but then it's not that developing countries don't appreciate crime prevention or criminal justice, but rather, given the limited resources, they're in this unfortunate position where cybersecurity has to be evaluated as a utility for economic progress. And as Ms. Lewis from CTO said earlier, another issue with cybersecurity is that it's a really tough sell to the public. So the results of cybersecurity really aren't obvious or immediate, especially compared to physical buildings or clean waters or jobs. And gratification must often be delayed for long-term growth. And relatedly, perception is another issue. Cybersecurity is often viewed as a luxury rather than a necessity. And the approach in many developing countries is to resolve other issues first before dealing with cybersecurity. For instance, I had a senior law enforcement official tell me that we have real crimes where people are dying, and cybercrime can really wait. But this perception is really changing, mostly due to COVID. Right. So countries are now or have been forced on this accelerating learning curve where what was once viewed as a task for the future is now a market reality. And countries are now realizing that they must act convincingly to not undermine economic progress. But even with all that said, in my opinion, the biggest challenge is that cybersecurity as a subject matter is just difficult. It has so many cross-cutting factors, stakeholders, and steps. When we have this growing list of cliches, lexicons, technical standards, and what does this all mean in the local context, right? And this whole of society approach requirement usually means that investment in one aspect of cybersecurity doesn't really become fruitful before investing in all other aspects as well. So even deciding on how to mobilize resources for cybersecurity can be a challenge in itself. Not to mention, cybersecurity capacity building is very resource intensive. To this end, the World Bank and other global organizations provide economic and technical support for national cybersecurity capacity building so that developing countries do not have to tackle this challenge alone and can execute activities more effectively and efficiently. So I can speak for the World Bank, where we offer support from multiple fronts. So first, we develop knowledge products, including, let's say, for example, the Combating Cybercrime Toolkit for Emerging Economies. And we have also established partnerships with other international organizations and bodies to not only to prevent ourselves from duplicating efforts and to rather synthesize our varying specializations and eventually synergize, right? And moreover, the bank has recently established a dedicated cybersecurity trust fund supported by multiple donor countries to promote best practices and international standards. But most importantly, the bank makes most impact through our lending activities. We finance digital economy projects and ensure that cyber is part of the project design and often designated as a threshold issue. We support an array of activities from drafting laws and other legal documents, institutionalizing certs, public awareness campaigns, cultivating local industries, and developing local talent. So we take a holistic approach by not only working with other organizations, but also leveraging our convening power and global knowledge along with their experience in virtually all sectors. We work with the goal of achieving or helping countries achieve domestic cybersecurity independence, meaning technical, financial, and functional capacity to ensure sustainability, resilience, and self-sufficiency. So in all, despite the challenges facing developing countries, there is help, and the World Bank and other organizations stand ready to support everyone's cybersecurity efforts. Thank you.
Thank you.